Moving on to Zambia, where its Justice Minister Mulambo Haimbe says the UPND government plans to terminate former President Edgar Lungu's retirement benefits, alleging that the former president is in active politics. But the Patriotic Front Media Director Antonio Mwanza has challenged Justice Haimbe to state which law he will use to actualize his plans.
Meanwhile, Council of Non-Governmental Organizations NGOs in Zambia Chairperson McDonald Chipenzi has questioned whether the former president Edgar Lungu is still in active politics after he announced his resignation through a letter to Secretary to the Cabinet on 26 August 2021. Let's now bring in McDonald Chipenzi, the Chairperson Council of NGOs Zambia, to join us on this conversation. Good morning, McDonald. What's your comment about Justice Minister's, what the Justice Minister said and the response, I beg your pardon, from the PF spokesperson?
Well, I mean, I think it's a very complicated issue, especially that we have not heard anything from, we've not heard anything from the Registrar of Society. Our laws, we have a law that is called the Benefits of Former Presidents Act, which prescribes that a former head of state is not supposed to engage himself or herself in active politics. And active politics are defined in that act. One of them is holding an elective position in a political party, or indeed an appointed position in a political party. And what we are not sure about is that President Lungu, when he lost elections in August, barely 6 or 8 days later, he wrote a letter to Secretary to Cabinet telling the nation that he has resigned from active politics. However, indications are that he never changed the records at the Registrar of Society as President of the Patriotic Front. And this is why we have seen a number of Patriotic Front members flocking to his home whenever they have a grievance, leaving out an appointed acting president of the party. By virtue of him not relinquishing legally the position of president at the Registrar of Society, it means that this person is in active politics. And once he is in active politics, Section 5 of the benefits of the former president is invoked, which demands that any person who is in that situation should not be should not benefit from the benefits of a former president, which means security, residency, allowances, and all those things. So that is the situation in which we are. The Registrar of Society perhaps can help the nation clear the air by stating whether President Lungu is still the president of the Patriotic Front according to records there where political parties are registered.
All right, the former president had, sent his resignation letter from active politics last year, but it seems that's not really the case. So is there any way that Edgar Lungu has confirmed his participation in active politics at this point?
Well, I mean, he did mention when the MPs for the former ruling party went to him to give solidarity over his over the summoning of his wife to the Drug Enforcement Commission over the construction of 15 flats. And the Drug Enforcement Commission suspects that those were built using the proceeds of or suspected proceeds of crime. So when the MPs went there to give solidarity, he said actually he's involved he's politically active. He still influences political decisions, whatever that means. But going by the definition of a political active former president in the benefits of the former President Act, it means that he's still holding some kind of an appointed position within the party, or indeed he has not relinquished the elective position he got in 2021 when the party went to the convention. So that is where the situation is, and that's the confirmation that he made. And so what we need now is to dig out whether it is true the former president is still appearing as president of the Patriotic Front at the Registrar of Societies records. If that is true, then he doesn't deserve to be given his benefits.
We saw your article where you spoke about Edgar Chagwa Lungu and Register of Societies. Tell us more on that.
Yes, according to the Register of Society, according to the Societies Act, where political parties are registered, it demands that when there is a change of a constitution, the name of the society, the objectives of the society, and any changes, even address and office bearers, the registrar is supposed to be informed 15 days before, 14 days after the change has been occasioned. And in this case, if the president wrote a letter in August to the secretary to cabinet saying that he has stepped out of the PF politics, then 14 days thereafter, the Patriotic Front should have gone to the Register of Society, occasioning those changes, to say now the president of the party is this one, which is given Rubinda, who is given Rubinda. The vice president is this. That is how it was supposed to be done. Now, if they didn't do that, according to the law, the Societies Act, they would have committed an offense, and each office bearer is supposed to pay a payout fee for ignoring and breaching, violating that law, while the former president is affected by the provision of the Benefits of the Former President's Act, where he still appears as former president, as president of the Patriotic Front, which puts him as an active participant in active politics.
Let's quickly talk about what procedure, what next. If it's found that certainly without a shadow of doubt, or maybe no, will the president be given a chance to at least defend himself? What's the procedure? Would he be brought before the court? What are the next steps from here?
Well, the next step, if government goes ahead to terminate his benefits, it's up to him now to prove that the termination was maliciously done, because he is not in active politics, by showing to the public that letter of resignation and also the records from the Register of Society. But if he does, if indeed he is appearing there, then he can't contest that. The only thing that he can do now is to officially take that letter of resignation to the Register of Society and demand that the records that the Register of Society are amended accordingly. If it is proved that actually the records were amended, then the government goes ahead to terminate his benefit. He has the right to go to court, and reclaim his benefits that has been cut unceremoniously on suspicion that he is still in active politics. The mere utterances of him saying he's in active politics, or he's still a politician, he still have influence, does not warrant any decision by government to terminate his benefit. But the fact must be established that indeed he is still holding a political position in a political party. Whether passively or actively, the law demands that any person who is holding a political office is an active participant in active politics.
Absolutely.
So the law is very clear, and the position behind is that you can go to court or go to the Registrar Society and correct the records.
All right, let's see how this plays out. And, of course, we would like to, speak with you again. Edgar Lungu, has always, played a very, very major role in that country. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll definitely bring you in again.
Thank you. We'll wait and see how it unfolds indeed. The future is the answer.